Good morning, Teresa.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. Had a great weekend.
Yes. It was, how about those Red Raiders?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a fun game.
We had a great time. Tuesday night is,
Texas Longhorns.
like I'm nervous.
Yeah. That a girl. That's
There you
the
go.
way. That's
There
the
you
way,
go.
right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm so excited for those guys. I can't wait for the electricity in the arena.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Like, dude. Yeah, I'm super excited.
You got your seats?
Got my seats.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready to rock.
That's right. All we need is Coach Beard in the building. Let everybody get riled up a little bit. I think he's probably going to ignite our crowd, our fan base, to new levels. You know, I was listening to the radio this morning and they were saying, is this the most important game at home Texas Tech's ever played? And my first reaction was, yeah, this is huge. But I think I agreed with one of the guys on there that the Kansas game that we played to win the Big 12 title, that was probably the biggest game ever. But this is a very close second.
Well, you know, this has a lot more meanings than just winning a basketball game. You know, to a lot of people.
Sure.
So yeah,
The players don't care. It's just another Big 12 game, but
right.
I think to this fan base, it's a...
To Lubbock, Texas, it kind of holds different meanings.
I agree. It'll be fun. Can't wait for tomorrow night.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so we kind of visited about talking about the C word. And for better or for worse, what has it taught us about, I don't know, in our personal life or even business? And I think you have some great points to make. So I'm going to let you start it off with.
You know, I think that over the last, it'll be 2 years in March, you know, you and I have spent a lot of time talking about it, how it has affected us and our business and our employees, and all of kind of, sometimes in a negative connotation, because that's kind of where your mindset was.
Sure.
And, but man, I think turning such a negative into a positive and really thinking about what's the positives that it did for you during these last 22 months. You know, me and Ashley, some of our favorite memories, and we have laughed until our stomach hurts, about how much fun we had for 10 weeks during close down. Shelby Lynn, it was one of the hardest times in my life.
Absolutely.
One of the hardest times in this restaurant's life. But we had so much fun trying to make things work. And honestly, for the first 3 or 4 weeks, we were so bad at to-goes. You had to just laugh instead of cry because we were trying to reinvent our restaurant in just a matter of a short time.
Yeah, which is one of the points. I mean, I think, you know, it taught us that we need to have a backup plan.
We do need to have a backup plan. You know, it brought us into the 21st century with online. And as far as being able to order online, we put in a new program.
The digital side of things.
Right. And delivery for DoorDash. And I mean, so it really changed how we did business. And we realized during that 10-week period of being just doing to-goes, really honestly how exhausted we all were.
Yeah.
You don't ever stop. in this business, and especially at the Cast Iron Grill, to think how tired you are. You just keep going and going and going and going because that's what people expect. And then when you're able to, when it all goes away, and you decompress a little bit, and you start kind of seeing what's important and what's not. You know, the boys made a comment this weekend. We were at the Tech game. We were walking up, and Baldridge made a little bit of a comment about, yeah, during shutdown, we were the ones being able to get on the boat every day and eat a good cooked out meal, and we really spent amazing quality time with family. Branham fished.
Yeah. Family, I mean, it made you realize how important family was.
Yes.
Or your circle, how important your circle was. And
yes.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, we have been going through quite a lot personally, and it really, it's kind of the Lord gave me. I've been asking, you know, what's to come, what's next.
Yeah.
And I want to know the future. And then it was kind of like he silently said, you couldn't handle the future if I showed it to you. And if someone would have said in March 2020, this is about what's to happen and your world is going to turn upside down and you're going to feel like it's falling apart, I would have said, oh my gosh, no, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not strong enough to do that. There's no way.
Yeah.
But we were strong enough to do that.
Sure.
We weathered great storms, just like everybody in America weathered great storms, and we've all made it through to the other side.
Resiliency.
Strength, resiliency, kindness, compassion. I look at the staff that made it through that time and are still here. We are so close because of what we've been through.
Sure.
Because they stuck it out with us.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's, I don't know. I know that the Lord has more for us, and He's been giving us visions of what's to come. And now we're this way instead of this way.
Right.
You know, it's really just opened up our minds. You know, December of 2020, we really were down to our last kind of barrel. We really didn't think that we could keep this train moving. It just didn't have to be this hard. Everything we were doing was hard. But we're still here a year and a month later, you know. And so everybody's been down in the dumps. But, you know, these last 22 months have really taught me about strength and resilience, and that we serve such a faithful God. And He carries you when you don't feel like you can be carried anymore. You know, one of my favorite things is during the 10 weeks of just doing to-goes. Obviously, we weren't very busy.
Right.
But our food truck was what was carrying this place.
Sure.
It would leave out in the mornings, and we prayed over that food truck and knew that was going to be our secret to getting through this.
Yeah.
And, you know, we had a staff that was killing it on the food truck.
Well, I think, like, back up just a little bit, like, when we were doing the to-goes, like, you know, we were wondering, I mean, yes, we had a lot of people ordering our meals to go.
Oh, yes,
and things
at night,
like that.
yes.
But, like, you sit back and you wonder, because everything goes, like, we cut everything into, we were doing a quarter of the business, maybe, you know, and you sit back and you go, man, where are our customers that, you know, our loyal customers that come in, and you start questioning things. And
like, I was wearing my feelings on my sleeve.
Yeah.
Like, my feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
I'm like, at that time it had been 13 years, and I was like, for 13 years, we've tried to give our best to this community and our amazing guests that we do life with. Where are they?
And then what? And then, so then you have to do some different things, and we get the food truck out, and we've got our to-go meals going, and then all of a sudden you realize where they are.
Well, so that didn't happen to me until after we opened back up.
Yeah.
When we opened back up for 25%, and I knew the food truck had been busy, and we were going to all these little small towns, and dude, it was just freaking killing it, and I was so thankful. And then when we opened back up in the 1st of June, and all of my regulars just started flowing back in to see us, and they were like, oh my gosh, we love your food truck. Oh my gosh, we ate there 2 or 3 times a week. And it dawned on me, they didn't forget about us.
Right.
They were going to the food truck. That's how our food truck was so successful, was our amazing regulars and our amazing people that we had done life with.
Right.
They were at the food truck, just not coming through a drive-through here. And it really touched me.
Yeah.
It really did, because I really was, oh ho hum, poor is me, where's everybody at?
Yeah.
Well, they were just at the food truck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really eye-opener to me, that they didn't forget about us. They were just going to the food truck and supporting us that way, which was phenomenal. You know, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
It was a blessing. You know, one of the things that I never did, and our family never did, and this crew never did, is they never lived in fear. They trusted you and I,
Right.
to lead them and to try to keep them safe, but to not stop living,
Right.
to keep moving forward, to
Be
keep
conscious of what it was about.
100%, because it was very real.
Sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we have never denied that. But we had all said that we refuse to lose a restaurant, and it doesn't have anything to do with bad food, bad service.
Right.
And so we can't allow our fear to take control of what we're doing every single day. And man, just a lot of blessings. I think that we are better stewards of the Cast Iron Grill, which this is the Lord's restaurant.
Yeah.
And we need to be better stewards of it. And I think we have been. I think we're better bosses. I think we're better parents. Yeah, and so it's been a hard 22 months. But it's been such a blessing.
But we're better for it.
We're better for it.
We definitely are.
I'm so, and we've lost some dear sweet friends over the last 22 months.
Sure.
And it's gut wrenching and breaks my heart.
Yep.
But I am thankful for the journey that I was put on. But in March of 2020, if you would have told me, I would have turned and ran the other way and said, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not strong enough to do that.
No, I agree. I think the number one thing that it taught me was that we are not in control.
Amen. We're not. Yeah.
And then some of the smaller little points that, I kind of thought about on that was, physical fitness was definitely something that we had to make some changes in, or especially me, and mental preparedness, and the psychological strength you had to have to get through it.
Right.
And that's why we, in our little circle, I think the psychological part of it, to have that little circle that we have is, where we can talk to people and
laughter.
And laughter, and continue to do life.
Yeah.
With that group of people is, our little community has been nothing but a big blessing, and I'm probably most thankful for that through all that.
Yes, what you said. We did have to make some changes, and so thankful. The Bible verse today down on the board is, what is impossible with man is always possible with God.
Yeah.
And like you said, we were not in control for the last 22 months.
Nope.
That's what showed us we're never in control, but we feel like we are, because we're in the restaurant business and we like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it seemed at times impossible to put one foot in front of the other. But it was possible with him. And I am so thankful. I'm thankful for the people that we are because of what we've been through.
Sure.
And it's been hard,
Yeah.
but I'm thankful.
It's still hard.
Yeah, it is still hard.
But we're evolving and we're changing.
Yeah.
As a business, we're constantly bouncing ideas off of our people that we work with and
Yeah.
mentors and things like that. That just trying to make sure we not stay ahead of the game, because I don't know that that's, but to be able to change with whatever's thrown our way.
Yeah.
And I'd always love to be ahead of the game.
Right.
But
We realized how important it is to stay relevant.
sure.
And I think every restaurant owner in America is trying to find their path to that.
Yeah.
With our rising food cost, and it's completely crazy.
Yeah.
If you haven't been to the grocery store lately, go. It's an eye opener. And so we're facing new battles every single day. But what we've been through,
Yeah.
we can face whatever's to come.
Yeah, I think the food cost issue and things like that, it'll correct itself.
Yeah.
It's never probably going to be prices pre-C word, but it's going to correct itself a little bit probably here in the next few months. And that's the thing for these restaurant owners out there that, hope and pray that they are open to the idea of changing some things to make it through that storm, because I do believe it'll get somewhat better.
Yeah.
But anyway, you have to be able to evolve. You have
You
to
do.
be able to.
Well, and I truly encourage everybody that's watching and everybody that's around us to really turn your focus from the negative and think about the positives of what came out of the last 22 months, because they're there.
They are there.
And some of them just hit you. For us, they just hit you smack in the face.
Yeah. And
For others,
some
you got to look for.
Yeah, I mean, those that have lost people and things like that.
100%.
It's but
Yeah.
have faith that it will get better.
Yeah. Yeah, we serve a faithful God, and He is in control of everything going on around us. And if you allow Him to, He will guide you.